Okay. Hey, everyone. We are live now. Welcome to Herb's Happy Hour. Friday, 5 p.m. We have a little internet issue, so we're doing the cell signal, so hopefully the connection will stay. Let me know if it's weird or anything, and we can see what's up. All right, we got my mom just came in, and we got the Riverview Kirk Caesar here. Nice to see you guys again.
I can't get on.
Oh, Zach. Hey, Zach. So, everyone, Zach's going to come on again. I wanted to... Oh, are you ready? Well, let's bring him on now.
Do you want your... Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we're going to bring Zach on
I can't
because
get on, so...
you got to use your cell signal.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I got to turn your Wi-Fi off. Well, I don't know, the Wi-Fi... I think internet's just getting too swamped. All right, Zach, I'm going to bring Zach Carothers on. And then we can just hang out waiting for Zach. There he is. Nice hat.
Thank you. Good to
That
see
looks
you.
awesome, dude. Yeah.
How you been? Thanks for the drinks.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we sent Zach for coming on last week. We sent him a bunch of cider, so now he's able to join us.
What's he drinking?
What are you drinking?
Right now I got the rim shot going. I had the two strokes last night, the single and the double last night. Honestly, I've never been a big cider guy. Dude, this is killer. I think I went through a bunch of stuff last year, and I'm like, I kind of feel like a new person. You know, I've seen in Natural Born Killers where he eats the key lime pie at the beginning, and, they're like, yeah, it's an acquired taste. It's like, well, I didn't like it last time I had it. I was a completely different person back then. I'm all about this, dude. This is fun.
Good. Yeah, that's what happened to me. I've never been a big drinker, never liked beer. I got into wine a little bit, but I'm not like, anything serious. I don't really go seeking out wine, but then I discovered cider, and I was like, yeah, I think this is the drink I like to have. So thank you.
In your life when you like kind of find something new and that's like familiar. When you find a new kind of music or a new instrument or something like that. Like, I've been no stranger to alcohol my entire life, Tim. I'm a pretty booze hound, but like I was telling you last time, like, I don't drink a ton at home, and this is like different. I think this is gonna be like a good like home drink for me. It's different. It's mellow. It's nice. It feels good. It's fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, you should do our commercials.
Wouldn't believe, man.
Nice. Well, yeah.
Have you tried the blackberry yet?
Have you had the blackberry yet?
I brought that up next. I haven't tried it yet, so I'm just gonna throw my fridge down here.
Dude, that's a really good one.
Not too sweet.
It's not very sweet.
I'm just gonna.
You can do things like this. So each week we do a happy hour, and we've been doing these quarantinis that Shama has been coming up with, and we have one here. So tell them what the ingredients are.
Okay, so this is half a can of double stroke with simple syrup, probably just like a teaspoon is enough, and 1 ounce shot of gin with sparkling pink grapefruit and tarragon sprig, just to give it a little savory.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think it's really good. Yeah, if you guys, are you going to post that or anything?
Sure.
So I think she's going to put up the recipe for that. So if all you guys out there want to make it, you got an hour. You can make this, and we can all feel like we're having the same drinks together.
I did like that. Dude, the blackberry. Yeah. I dig that. That's it's very Pacific Northwest. I like that. That's good.
Oh, are you having the blackberry now?
Yeah, I just popped it, so I got 2. That's not that weird for me. I'm off.
Oh yeah, I know. I got my 7-4 going.
Mm-hmm.
Which we cannot ship out currently yet.
Telling people about
but I'm drinking it, and I've got this. So yeah, we're double fisting on the happy hour today. But yeah, I wanted to bring Zach back. I've only done this a few times, and my brain gets kind of scattered. when I'm doing it, trying to think of how to be cool and yet, you know, do I look really bad on screen? So I'm watching myself, and then I'm missing looking at comments, and then I'm missing everything you're saying. So Instagram luckily turned these live things into Instagram TV.
Yeah.
So now I guess they're up there now for good. We used to lose them after 24 hours. So the first couple I did aren't stored anywhere. And so now I think this is going to be up here. So it'll be a good one. I wanted to have you back, and I wanted to have you talk more about some of that stuff that you guys are doing.
Oh yeah. Oh, hey, I just saw the director of our foundation, Logan Lynn, just joined. Hey, Logan.
Hey, Logan.
We're about to talk about you. And yeah, he is a good dude. He is pulling all this together for us. Oh yeah, I can just jump right into it.
Sure.
Yeah, we are starting. Well, we have started. We've done kind of a soft open on it. This pandemic that we're in has kind of set our official date of release back a little bit, but we've started the foundation to elevate the voices and knowledge and just well-being in general of Indigenous peoples around the world. And in a nutshell, we grew up in a small town in Alaska, or half of us did, and we grew up very close to the native Alaskans there, and like the culture and the people is just like it's just part of a way of life, and it was weird. We always kind of knew everything that happened about people discovering Alaska and the rest of it, but we knew there was people there before, but we didn't learn a ton about it. But we knew the people were there. And when we started traveling the world, we just started, we were very in, and we were like looking, we were interested, and you see all the names of cities and rivers and states and stuff. And a lot of times we were just wondering, the people. And so I don't know, we just started doing a lot of work, and it was, we started doing land acknowledgements at all of our shows around the world. So anywhere that we play, we reach out ahead of time through a network that we built with some really good friends, kind of a tribal liaisons, to help us reach out and get a hold of representatives from the local native communities there, the people that have always been there or been displaced there. And we invite them out to share the stage with us. We just kind of pass the mic, and before every show, we just let these folks talk about whatever they want to talk about. And it's a really fun, shared learning experience between us and the crowd. We get to learn about the place that we're at and the people that have been taking care of it forever.
So you're doing that live?
Yeah, we do that live at every show. And it's awesome because it's always different. It can be, sometimes it's a prayer, sometimes it's kind of a welcoming ceremony. It can be singing, dancing, drums, political speeches, just whatever. And it's really, it's so fun. And we just have got to meet so many amazing people and learned so much. And it's just opened up a whole new world of friends that we've got to make. And it's really been super inspiring for us and just really, really great. And it's, I think in these times kind of, it brings me a lot of peace and zen, just you get kind of wrapped up in a lot of the stuff, a lot of the samsara, a lot of the, just bullshit. And it takes something like a pandemic to kind of make you realize what's close, what really matters. And I think we've lost a lot of that connection with the land and connection with ourselves. And that's just one of a million things that I've kind of just has touched me and got into me just from talking to a lot of new friends. It's been really, really fun. It's been awesome. And so now we're working on a nonprofit. Now we have a nonprofit organization with zero overhead. We cover all the costs. And Logan, who's on here, he's our director. And we're just much more organized. We've got a bunch of advisors and a bunch of friends, and we're just like helping, create community resilience and just networking and donating resources to places that need it, or just making connections and learning and elevating. And it's been wild and a whole new thing.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Is that something? So is that the entire band is involved in? Are there other people involved as well?
Yeah, there are. There's it's our management, and then a bunch of friends from around, mainly of just the native community, and a bunch of other people that Logan really helps. He's just very versed in nonprofits and does a lot of work for mental health awareness, and he knows all about grant writing, vetting organizations. He keeps us so much more. It's like we're dipshits.
Yeah, like me.
Exactly. Like, like we try to do good and do cool things, and it's like we can only do so much with our, with how we think, and so we're just being able to do a lot more good and just spread the word, casting a wider net, and it's been pretty cool getting organized on this. It's rad. But yeah, the whole band is in. Mainly it's me and our singer John that really the most active. I think we fly around a lot and meet people, and it's just gives us a whole new meaning. And
that's really cool. And what is it called?
It's just called the PTM Foundation. Charming, right? It's the PTM Foundation. We had a lot of arguments over that. We're trying to name it something cool, but then we're like, all right, we got to name it something with the band, because that's why we have people that would recognize it or like it, and it kind of has to be in our name. Yeah, it's a weird thing, and so but it's fun, and it's really been nice to take. I mean, one of my whole goals is, thanks, Logan. Follow PTM Foundation on Instagram.
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Yeah, it's at PTM Foundation.
This is why we got look how smart he is.
I know. Look at that.
And yeah, it's really, really, it's really, really cool. And I lost my train of thought there, but it just gives us a whole new reason.
Right. So what can anyone watching do?
I would get on there and just learn. I'd read, I'd dig in. It's very interesting to read just about the history of the place that you're living. There's a lot of apps, there's Native Land, there's a lot of places just like digging into the history and finding out about the land, and you end up reading. I mean,
we have a lot up here.
You can
totally.
Donations?
Yeah, is it like donations? People donate?
You can donate, and like I said, like 100% of the donations go to the community. It depends. We do a bunch of different projects, but it's 100%. Like, we don't have to keep anything for any. Yeah, we just use the Portugal infrastructure to fund. So just our shows, people that like are full time, and then we just do everything for. It's cheap, it's easy, and it's fun. Yeah, sometimes you might have like played some benefit shows where doing something for a benefit, and you fly out and they put you up in a like super nice hotel and fancy galas and tuxedos and shit. And
we've never done anything like that.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. We get asked we'll do some fundraisers for good, and we
That's because you guys are really good.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. We're and yeah, but it's like learning about this. But yeah, what I was saying is like digging in and just educating yourself, and it's not just, a lot of people talk about there's a lot of bad shit that's happened, and they've been screwing continually by the system that's messed up. But that's not all we're showcasing. It's definitely not a charity thing. It's a partnership. We learn so much from these people and get inspired so much. It's and that's what we want. We want a partnership. And it's not like that. It's you'll dig in, you're going to read some horrible things, and you're going to read some absolutely beautiful things. It's that's what life is, man. It's yin and yang. And so, but we're taking kind of the kind of the pretension out of activism. A lot of times, like when somebody's like trying to, be a do-gooder or doing something, it's always with like an I'm better than you kind of thing. And take it from me, any dipshit can do it. And I like spreading the awareness. You don't really have to be like a super good person or rich or
You don't have to be a good person. You can be a complete asshole and still help people.
yeah, like you can do the right thing, and it doesn't take a lot. Like we worked very hard at this, and that's cool. But like, it doesn't take a lot, man. Just like shit, recycle your cider cans, and just if I'm a big believer that everybody does a little bit, huge things can change. There's April Holder on there. She is a fascinating person. She's on our advisory board, and she
Who's
teaches.
that?
April Holder. She just commented.
Princess? Is she the princess of stuff?
Holder.
No, April Holder. Fantastic.
No,
And just
I missed it.
very, very smart, and it's just a lot of what we do is just share knowledge, which I think is it's music, it's food, it's drinks, it's communication, and that's what's so rad about this. I just learned so much, and it's really fun.
Yeah. We're up in Bellingham, Washington, so we're 2 hours north of Seattle, and we're very close to reservations. And up here, I think probably the most famous stuff is when they came and took the Orca, right? Isn't that like this is the spot where they came up here?
Yeah, they took orcas. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the indigenous people were kind of trying to fight them off, right, from doing that. I mean, there are some pretty big, probably everywhere. There's something going on. I know during the oil they were trying to do that. Oh wait, Zach, we're having a lot of internet problems. I think Zach might be offline right now.
Oh really?
He's there.
Are you there?
It's
spinning. Yeah, I'm seeing the famous spinning wheel.
Coming.
So
it's my signal. It's my signal.
Mostly about.
Let me see if I can.
I see you just come downstairs.
Every city he went in. Hold on. Yeah, I just switched on to my Wi-Fi to see if it works.
Hi. I'm gonna try down here because it's a little better.
We might have to move out of here. The cell signal is so bad.
I'm gonna hop off and then I'll come back.
Yeah, I might have to switch. The Wi-Fi's. Am I still showing up on there, hon?
No, you're just circles.
Circles. All right. All right. Are you guys still there? You guys still there? Let me see. See, Zach's coming back on.
Yeah, everybody had to jump off.
All right.
Does that work?
Are we working?
A little better?
My signal is really bad according to my phone. So I might have to take us. Oh, wait, it's coming back. Oh, maybe you need to go back there.
Who, me?
Yeah, because the signal just got better when you moved.
I moved downstairs and you look good to me, Tim.
Oh, thank you. I work hard at it,
It's funny. You don't normally, whenever you do these live things, you don't normally look at yourself for that long. And I was like, God, my face is getting big and stupid.
Oh my God. Can we just talk about the psychological effect of being in this state of lockdown?
Yeah.
Because
how are you doing, man?
Well, confused, not sure. We're musicians and we've got house payments and families and cars and got to buy food, and we're the ones that possibly aren't going to tour till another year from now. Record sales are very different. Especially with Primus, we're not kind of more in the pop vein where you guys kind of can fit into.
We snuck in for a minute there.
Yeah, and like I said before, dude, that Woodstock album, everybody, you guys got to hear it. It is really good. I'm telling you. So
Nice,
I'm not just saying that. It's really good, and we listen to it here every day almost.
Well, it's Elliot's for sure.
Well, I put it on too. Yeah, our daughter puts it on, but anyway.
So I'm working on a package for her.
Zach, she said that we have to ask you again since you're talking.
She said that what?
Since we're talking to you tonight, she said she wanted us to remind you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that you have to send
your
Portugal the Man package to her.
Got
I don't know what's going to be in it, and she doesn't.
Shirts and posters and stuff like that. Unless she's into vinyl, I got a lot of vinyl.
Yeah, no, I'll take some vinyl for sure.
All right, yeah, okay, cool.
But yeah, I'm here in my room. It's under construction, so it doesn't look all cool. But I got some drums set up, trying to make some music. But
hell yeah,
yeah, you know, we're completely going through, at least for me, you know, depression to feeling nice just being at home to confused on what am I doing with my life, just all of that all at once, you know.
It's a lot of things.
And then and then just trying to figure out, like, okay, so we've got to make a living. What do we do, you know? We have to reinvent. I mean, hopefully if we could do some virtual things like you were saying, you know, they do them online, maybe people will be interested in seeing bands play, you know.
Yeah, totally. And
I know I would watch you guys. That'd be awesome.
We got to get smart. That's the cool thing about it, is like if we think about it, we're going to go out into like a completely new world and a new industry, and if we're smart about it, we can help, you know, build that and see what it is. I know there's a lot of problems going on with the clubs. There's a bunch of there's a bunch of things going on with small venues. I hear like 90% of them won't open again. The Troubadour is saying that it's probably going to have, like, it might have to close. And it's like it's a bummer, because it's like, and not just for that, it's like people need volume.
Yeah, that is true. You really do need to feel that. Yeah, with frequencies hitting you is really nice. Totally. Yeah, like you said, it's very different. I had this vision of, what if we did, like, you do a drive-in tour, you know, you have a stage, everyone just drives in and parks. It's like a drive-in, but you're playing music. Yeah. And that's something you could do right now.
That is. Yeah. There's a thing, man. Yeah.
Drive-ins are opening now. I saw some kind of article about it.
Super pumped about that.
I mean, that solves it right there. Mm-hmm. You could theoretically do it. You just need a lot of space. Yeah. And everyone stay in your cars. Just pull in and park. Have food delivered right to your car.
Yeah. Drinks. Not a bad idea. I like that.
Yeah. No more. And if you want to start a pit, it would be more of a what are those called? Like a wherever. Yeah. Where the cars are. The cars are crashing into each other.
Yeah. What's that called? I can't remember.
What are those called? Where's Les? Les knows all that. Demolition.
Demolition derbies. Yeah.
Curtsy, you gotta build a car. My friend back in Michigan, he works for Ford, and he builds race cars. So.
Oh dang.
Curtsy, you gotta build we got to do that. That'd be interesting. We actually could pull that off.
We could do that.
The whole music industry is going to have to reinvent itself. If you think back.
Got to reinvent.
Do you remember the Napster days?
Oh yeah.
It was like sales were totally different in the Napster days.
Yeah,
and it changed the music industry to be more on the touring heavy side. So the industry has evolved over time, and is it going to be another one of those waves?
Yeah, it really is, to this point where we're I don't know. You know, I feel maybe people look at us and think, oh, you know, we got nothing to worry about, you know, but I think musicians, we're all, even the big guy, really big guys probably have, you know, they got to worry about how are they going to do it, you know? So, yeah.
I thought you guys were big guys.
Yeah. Guys
You
are
and
big guys.
Zach were the big hitters.
Come on. Yeah. So I don't know, man. It's oh wait. Yeah, thanks a lot, Lars. Hey, you know, Lars had a good point though. You know, it's Metallica, that's Metallica's music.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't give anyone the right to take it and to go and just, you know, make money off of it and do whatever they want. At least when you, it was
getting it for free.
Yeah, I believe it was some other place was distributing it for free, and that was the issue. But yeah, that's what I mean. It could be anyone, but now,
right, Zach? It was like people would go and upload albums to Napster, right?
Yeah.
They still have all that for movies.
Yeah.
People steal movies. There are sites out there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, totally.
But yeah, the music became pretty easy to just do, you know, and like, I know Dean Evanson, I did a record. We did a record. I played drums. He's a new age guy. And I played like real spacey rhythmic stuff. He's done over 1 billion listens. 1 billion.
What?
And it's
That's
like,
insane.
you know, the companies like Spotify or, you know, these other music streaming, these companies make hundreds of, you know, in the billions, I think the revenue is. And the artists are making
Totally
0.0017 of
yeah.
a
They're working on it. The
1/17
labels
of
are
a penny
making
on
it.
And I think it's a little screwed up, man.
Oh, it definitely is. And just like with Napster, it's like you can't totally hang on to like the old ways. You have to adapt. You can't fight it too much. But you got to learn.
Right.
There has to be an equal balance, and there has to be like with Spotify and all those people. You got to pay the artist. You got to share the data. That's a huge thing too. That's so valuable to bands and management, to like knowing where to go, what people are listening to, and what regions. There's so much useful things that is not sharing, and it just has to be balanced for the songwriters, the artists, the session musicians, like everybody. Whenever anything's out of balance, that's when it gets like super fucked.
Yeah, I understand, you know, the business of it. It's just an interesting world legally with the music, because it seems like it's all drawn up, I think, mainly influenced by the lawyers and the larger company heads, and creating these. When if it was musicians behind it, you know,
totally.
Hey, none of this exists without the music, so there's got to be a better sharing program.
Totally.
Maybe musicians should all get stock in these guys.
I know, right? Yeah.
That would be nice.
Take it over.
Or just, you know, it's all helping everybody out. So why not?
There you go. I mean, that's totally. Absolutely. It's got to find.
Man.
Yeah, because it's like
the stats, but
I know, because the convenience is amazing, and to be able to do that, but it changes stuff. It makes things so much more fleeting, but also so much more accessible. It's weird because there are so many other ways to like support artists in these days too that weren't there before. So like along with streaming services, there comes like social media. And so a kid that may download all your music for free or just stream it, but he'll go to a show and buy a t-shirt, or maybe he has 20,000 Twitter followers and tweets about you all the time or something. It's like, and I don't know I have no idea what the solution would be, but
I think you got to pick all your bands and just have it playing in the background 24/7. So the band,
there you go.
The bands get paid, and just let that thing play all night long, day and night.
Totally. I love the story of that one. There's some small band that just made like a white noise album and told people to listen to it while they sleep, and they got like so much money. And I was like, yeah, it was pretty funny because it just played so much. And depending on how many tracks you have, if a track legally is like, 1:30, and somebody just listens to it for 7 or 8 hours while they're sleeping, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Hey, Brianne.
Interesting. Wow. Didn't know that.
Loopholes they're pretty funny. I'm not one to do it, but anytime I hear of it just seems like a good heist movie or something in real life. I like that.
Yeah.
Damn fine stuff, man.
Yeah, so yeah, with your organization, I think that's really cool. I know, like I was saying, everybody up here, we have a ton of reservations around here.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's a lot of drug problems, a lot of alcohol problems, a lot of I mean, we don't even know what's going on with the virus, the impact on
it's been pretty bad on a lot of those communities.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah.
I don't know. So we'll have to get on there, hon, and look at that.
Totally.
Find out more about it.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good thing to research and just like knowing about the land. And there's a place out kind of east of Bellingham that we go fishing out on the Nooksack, like the North Fork of the Nooksack.
Oh, really?
And, and there's a casino out there that got shut down, and there's a couple land issues. I read about it, but I can't totally remember the facts right now. But yeah, this is definitely some interesting stuff. I mean, that area has a lot of like a super rich history with that thing. Very interesting stuff. And man, Bellingham is beautiful, by the way. Good job.
It's pretty amazing. You know, I get affected by the weather. It's so bad though. It's like we get a lot of clouds, a lot of rain.
Totally, yeah.
The summers are beautiful. We're waiting for the really warm weather to come. We had like a few days couple weeks ago where it was warm, and then it just turned into, now it's back down to 50 degrees and cloudy. And
yeah, totally.
But you know, it is pretty amazing. Last year was flying from here down to California, you know, and then I was looking down in the Bay Area in the plane, and I was like looking and realizing, holy shit, there's no trees until you get into the actual
totally
mountains.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it was all gone, and I'm not used to that here. And then a few years ago, I did a drum clinic tour in Europe, which was crazy. Oh my God,
that must have been weird.
It was so weird. It was a weird time for me because I wasn't really playing.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't doing Primus, and so, you know, I didn't have the chops or anything, and I went out and did it, and actually it was subconsciously, I missed my first flight. I put it on the schedule for this day, but that day was a Monday, but it was the wrong date. It was, you know what I mean? So they call me like, where are you? I'm like, what do you mean? I was supposed to be landing in like Italy right now, and I'm at home. And I've never done that in my life on tour. I'm always, you know, on time, trying to make it there unless something weird happens. There's a good story here real quick. So we're touring Europe, Primus.
Mm-hmm.
And we're on a double-decker bus.
Oh yeah.
It's, you know, late at night. So we have to take I'm not exactly sure the name of the cities, but it was Germany, leaving the coast of Germany, going up, what is that, to like Stockholm, or maybe it's that. But it was like a 40 minute ride on the ferry.
Mm-hmm.
And they usually say, you know, when you're on the ferry, you have to get out. They don't, because if something happens, everyone's asleep in their cars or their bus, and then everyone drowns. So they like you to get up. So, well, that's just how it is.
Is that the short story?
But no. So
no, I know that.
So we pull in, and like I'm not asleep, so I get up. I go up and hang out, you know, on the ferry on top. I'm like, and it's real. I think it's pretty early in the morning, and everyone's asleep in the bus. And then we stop and we land. For some reason, I was thinking, oh, we're going to keep going till we get to our next stop. But it's just it goes out and it comes back, goes out, comes back.
Yeah.
So here I am. Our tour bus gets off. I'm completely out of my head. I don't know why. It didn't make sense to me, but our bus leaves. And I'm still on the ferry, and it takes off. It starts heading back to Germany. I didn't think anything of it. And then I come down, and then I panic and realize I've got no money, no ID. The whole tour bus left.
Oh man.
And I'm on a ferry in some ocean,
no phones,
water
like
space, going back to Germany. And then I'm thinking, well, yeah, I totally had like a, my heart started racing. I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? This was before cell phones too.
Yeah.
Personal, everyone having them, especially in Europe. And luckily our tour manager had paid to have the big one, the big one. It's like
the brick,
that big and that thick, and you hold it up. He had one of those. So I managed to get on the payphone. I think I had a few coins in my pocket. I called my girlfriend in Oakland, who called my manager, who turned around and called the tour manager on the bus and said, hey, Tim's not on the bus. So they had to turn around and drive back to the ferry. They had to wait for me for hours because I had to do the ferry ride back to Germany.
Oh, totally, yeah.
And I stayed on. I didn't get off.
Thanks, you don't have any passport or anything,
and rode it back. And then I walked off hoping that they were going to be there. And yeah, they were there. So that was the famous Herb gets lost on the.
I like the tour bus stories. I got a Germany one for you too.
Really?
So I was in we're at Heathrow. We were in London and we were flying to Frankfurt and then driving down to Cologne to start a tour. And I had a butterfly knife that I bought at a gas station at Bonnaroo, and it weaseled its way in between bags. And I was getting on a plane. They found it. And in the UK, butterfly knives are not only, they're just illegal. And so I didn't get charged with bringing a knife on a plane. I got charged with bringing an illegal weapon on a plane.
Oh my God, you got charged with it?
I didn't get charged eventually, but I got taken like real jail, not airport jail. I got cuffed. Dudes walked me out of the airport. I got thrown in a cell with like 20 South London criminals. And I'm not really a criminal, and I'm a Yank. Yeah. And so they did not like me. And it was pretty rough. But the cops were really actually pretty nice to me, and they let me go after like 5 or 6 hours. But I totally had to take a train, and they pulled all my gear off. We were flying with gear, and I just happened to check like 3 heavy synthesizers. And so I had to carry them. My band went to Cologne, and I'd like get on a train with 3 synths, and I had no money, no cell phone, same thing. Luckily I knew we always stayed at the same hotel in Cologne. So I like figured it out, but yeah, had to just haul these things like all over Cologne and walk to the hotel. And yeah, sucked.
How big is the synthesizer?
Dang. Well, it's a keyboard.
Oh,
yeah, it was like there was a few. I remember one, I had the Mellotron and then like a Voyager or something like that. So they're both like, with the cases, like 75 pounds or something. Like it was a terrible, and not having any money, and I couldn't take cabs. I couldn't it was back before we all had cell phones. Yeah. And cause this was like, we had like 1 or 2 maybe, but not everybody had one. And so pretty funny.
Right. That's crazy. Oh, I see. Someone says 20 years for the work on the Hollow, the Perfect Circle album.
Yeah, dude, that's 20 years.
Wow. Jeez. That's amazing.
I didn't realize.
Thanks. Yeah, I played drums on that. I told that story once before, but basically I was doing a show with my band Laundry at the Viper Room in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
And then during the day we did sound check, and then Billy, the guitar player, who's also like their producer and everything.
Yeah.
He called and asked if I wanted to come track drums, before the show. So I went up they were at some house in the Hollywood Hills, and I'm like, okay. So I take a cab up, go up there. Or no, I drove my own because we were just driving our own cars then. Yeah. We weren't in a tour bus or anything. But I go up there, and then I remember they're like, yeah. So the drums are in there. So I go out there. So the studio was like a house, and they just had a big Pro Tools rig in the living room.
Yeah.
And then in the garage was one of Tommy Lee's drum sets. So it was like a 24 or a 26-inch bass drum.
Oh my
which for
God.
me, I don't use the big drums because what happens when you have a big drum, if your bass drum's this high, then all your other drums have to go way up above
Totally, yeah.
because they have mass that has to come down. So, oh man, it was hard to do. But so I tracked the first song, The Hollow, the first song on the record called The Hollow. I played drums on that, and that is on a Tommy Lee drum set. So
dude, that's amazing.
It's really, really weird. And
dude,
hard
that's
for
so
me.
funny.
But
Man.
it turned out pretty well. I thought
dude,
was pretty cool.
Oh no, it sounds great. Like I love that whole album. Actually, that thing's awesome.
All right, yeah. Shama just reminded me that people don't know that, like Van Halen, you and your brother, you guys were switched because Eddie Van Halen started on the drums and Alex started on guitar. And then as they started playing, they switched, and then they became Van Halen.
But Zach and
So, what about you guys? You guys did that?
A little bit, yeah. We both kind of, Nick. Man, I can't remember like how we did it. We just like started getting instruments. Nick's actually my brother Nick. He's a really good guitarist as well. I think he got guitars first, and then we got a drummer. My buddy Vince, who kind of talked me into starting a band back with just like a shitty high school band in Wasilla. He brought over a drum kit, my little brother, and like, so I started playing, I think first, but then Nick just like, he got so good so fast. It was like weird. He like, it's one of those, like when you're really young and good at something, he just, it was crazy. And so we started playing house parties and stuff. It's probably my, Dad's going to love this one, but he knew. But yeah, I was totally taking him to like Kagers, and we were playing shows with my little brother when he was like 12. And,
oh my God.
Straight up like cops came out to like run him out of there. And it was pretty funny. And it was, he was just a shredder, man. It was, and at our shows when he would, even when he wasn't our full-time drummer yet, he would just come up on stage when he was like 12, and we would, we'd bring him up here and just be like, he was like a little chubby, like 12-year-old. And we brought him up, and then we'd cover like Sepultura or Pantera or some shit. And like everybody's just like, damn, he's a shredder for sure.
Wow. That's awesome. Yeah. Everybody. Yeah. Nick lives here, in Bellingham as well.
Nick played at our
and we've done some, this is the thing I was telling you about. We
totally
sing-alongs at our tasting room where I play guitar. We had another friend of ours, Bobby McDonald, playing guitar. Sarah Bird, Shama singing.
God. Zach.
And then we had Nick playing drums.
You should have seen Nick's face whenever Tim would correct him on the drums.
Oh my God, I was totally like, Nick, could you turn it down a little bit?
That's always tone it down.
Oh man,
he's like, he's in it.
Now, we're just like saucers.
No, I finally get to abuse a drummer like I've been.
All right, you're like, yes. It's so funny, like his like, I'm gonna embarrass him, but like, you're clearly like one of his heroes, like as far as like drumming. We grew up. What's super funny? Holy shit! I like so. Just speaking of, being old and stuff, like when we first got the internet, like the first thing I looked up besides the anarchist cookbooks in the 90s, that's the first thing any kid looked up in Wasilla, Alaska, but was totally like Primus tabs and how to like, cause they were just like the one thing when you're like starting playing music and you're trying to figure out songs. You can do so much by ear when you're a teenager, but like Primus was like, I have no idea what the hell is going on here. And so figuring out like tabs,
we don't either.
Yeah.
No, I swear to God, we'll be like rehearsing for a show, and Larry's pretty on top of it, but then you listen to the record, and it's like, are we even playing the same? They're not even playing the same notes, It's like, I think after years, it just like whatever, as long as we get it close.
All right, let's Zach finish his story.
Oh, sorry.
Zach.
I thought he was.
Oh no, that was it. Oh, I was just gonna like. I can only imagine being and everything I know about my brother playing your kit at like your place with you. I was like,
no,
he must have been so.
He
was
drums.
freaking out.
He brought us his drums. Came over to the house and we were rehearsing, and I mean, we weren't doing anything crazy. You know, we're doing fun, just sing along songs from Sublime to just pop songs like
we did Bob Marley,
Cyndi Lauper, like 80s songs,
and
Killer.
In the Air Tonight. We did like
nice.
Prince, When Doves Cry. You know, we did, we just whatever, you know. And then he's in the living room and he's playing. I'm like, and I'm could you turn that down a little bit? Yeah, don't hit the bass drum so hard. I can't hear what we're doing.
You get a lead singer, a drummer, you know?
Oh man, it's the worst. I'm sure.
That's funny.
He was a good sport.
No, he did great. And then the next time I brought my electric kit, so we didn't have to worry about that.
Good call.
Yeah, he played on the electronic kit, so. We'll be doing more of those, man. So you got to come in and
I know. Yeah,
sit in on one of those. We just have fun, just casual.
Absolutely. And that'd be just personally, like with my brother, like especially like you playing guitar, get my brother on drums.
Yeah,
like,
we'll have him play drums for sure.
That'd be so much fun, man. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm not going to play the drums. No way.
Well, I'm going to ask you to play some drums too, but of course.
Oh, can I play drums for you right now?
Let's do it, man.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Oh,
taking requests?
No, this is where I leave.
All right, it's too loud. Oh, here, let me do the.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Southbound Pachyderm. Dude, all right, you got to give me that intro of Southbound Pachyderm just once.
Oh, Southbound?
Southbound, dude. It's my jam.
Zach, you're killing me.
I can't do it that fast. I'm too slow and old now.
Come on, basically, I can rock Southbound. Yeah. That's dude, I love that. That's the one when everybody has like a song you play when you get on an instrument that you're not super familiar with, and I do it poorly. But anytime I hop on a drum kit, like our keyboard's got it. Anytime he sits down at a piano, he either plays Martha My Dear or some Elliott Smith. Anytime I sit down at a drum kit, it's always Southbound Pachyderm. I'm like, that's just I love that and the bass, honestly, like that song is just.
Oh my God, dude.
Badass.
So what was I like 28 or something when we did that? I don't know. 20, yeah. I listened to that now. I'm like, how in the hell could I play it that clean, that fast?
Quick as
all
hell.
Single stroke. I mean, it's all single note, single stroke. It's rough to play now.
That's hard. Dude, the riff too, man, it's just so metal, and it's like, man, it's just one of those, it's like such a heavy riff, but like not heavy. That's one thing that I love about Prime. There's a lot about music. A lot of people, when you talk about heavy music, it's like it's more of a mood than like distortion or stuff. That's why like Slayer fans get along so well. It's like Southbound Pachyderm, it's same like She's So Heavy by the Beatles. Like, I Want You, She's So Heavy. Like,
right, yeah.
Dude, like that shit's like Sabbath as fuck, man. It's like, that's metal. And and you don't have to. Yeah, you can be heavy as hell without being like all distorted and stuff.
Especially is like a total grunge tune.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
It's like Soundgarden.
Love that shit.
Yeah.
Tim, what do you think Primus's heaviest song is?
Well, that's the thing. Like heavy could be multiple things. That Mud is pretty heavy. 11. I always think the song 11 is pretty heavy, man. I love that one.
That's one my brother always like tries to get like that one down on like 11's killer.
Yeah, I think the melody that Les sings is really cool over top of that riff, you know. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like playing that one a lot. Not just because it has that drum fill in the beginning. I really don't care about that part, but just the tune itself, you know.
Yeah. Toys go want the slower doom kind of stuff.
Brad, you know Brad.
Oh yeah, love Brad.
He just called. He interrupted the thing.
Dude, Brad Sands, I love that guy, man. I've had so much fun with him. Like, he's a good dude. He's really good friends with our manager. And
really?
yeah, when I was about to say that wasn't when you told stories about your manager way back, that wasn't Brad, was it? Like,
what was that?
Back on like the Europe fiasco, that wasn't Brad.
No.
Okay, yeah.
No,
How long has Brad been working with you?
What are some
a long time
favorite
now.
venues you both have played?
We got a question people are asking. What are the
I have to answer some questions.
memorable
cool.
or favorite venues? We always dig playing Red Rocks. I mean, there's like nothing like that in the world that I've seen so far.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And as far as like Bay Area stuff, like dude, the Greek.
Oh yeah, the Greek Theater is beautiful. That's pretty cool. And there's so many. They're all and we got to play Madison Square Garden.
Whoa.
With Slayer on the last tour, so that was pretty serious.
I almost flew out to that one.
Oh, that's right.
Well, no, I was gonna go to the Forum to go to the last night, and I don't remember what happened, but something happened where we couldn't. But I was pretty bummed. I was supposed to go to that one, but yeah, man, there's a bunch of good venues. I mean, Troubadour, I love the 930 Club. Man,
we used to play the 930. So people don't know, which is interesting, when they moved the 930 to a different place, but the original club, if you walk out the back, it was full of rats, like giant rats out in the alley.
Yeah.
But it was also behind the theater where Lincoln was shot. So right there in the alley is where John Wilkes Booth got on the horse and took off right behind the 930. Before there was a 930 Club, obviously.
Wow.
But it was right there where he came running out the back of the building and took off.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was interesting. It's like right there. We're like, holy shit, you know?
That's wild, man.
Yeah. Amazing.
It's killer.
So,
have you ever used strap pedals?
Yeah. I think I have. Well, these are chains, but yeah, I've had pedal. I like the strap pedals for some reason. I think they were quicker responding.
A little smoother.
Smoother, yeah.
How do you guys set list for your show?
Well, Les usually does it, and he draws a cartoon. He's been doing it for ever. So someday there might be a giant book of like set lists and cartoons that he draws on those. I mean, it could be pretty cool. But what do you guys do?
We do we have a basic set list, and then we've got where we keep it pretty similar, and then we've got we swap out a few parts, and we've got a few spots in the set where we just jam, and that's how we keep it different for us. But we get into a flow, and it sucks when we try to change it. It never works out good. A lot of times we change the intro. A lot of times we start with a cover. We throw different covers in quite a bit, or pieces of covers. And but we don't really have a system. We kind of play to whatever crowd that we're at. If we're at a festival, a lot of times we play a lot of covers because we know, people aren't there for us. It's it's just a party. And so it's kind of fun. It's whatever people are jamming at the moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ours are just we have some songs that we got 4 minutes left, but till we get cut off.
Oh,
But
the feed's just blowing up about me right now.
oh, I know. It was just, you should just come on and answer some questions. So
Yeah. Oh, I think our drummer just signed on. He just told me to say hi. Jason Seacrest. He's funny as hell. One of these days we got to get him on here too. He's
well, yeah.
Who did he say?
Let me know. His drummer.
Yeah, maybe next week. It's been a lot of Portugal lately, but yeah, sometime soon. Like he is goddamn hilarious. He's the funniest member of the band by far.
All right. Well, oh man. Oh, there you go.
She was just calling me right then.
Zach, I found the video that you sent Elliot on Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, we looked at that video.
Hilarious.
That was awesome.
Hey Elliot, it's your boys, Portugal the man.
I know.
I was like, this child doesn't know how lucky she is.
Yeah, she's probably got some cool stuff. No kid does.
So anyways, I want to say once again, thanks. Zach's been on the last 2 weeks. We've got, you guys got to check out the PTM
Foundation.
Foundation. Everybody out there, spread the word.
Thanks,
dude. Up, see what you guys can do, you know.
Donations and just learning more about struggle.
Thanks, guys.
Learn about all that stuff. I mean, we got to do it too. We got to look at that.
Yeah. You guys are on.
Yeah. Thanks again,
dude.
And you know, we'll hang out for sure.
Absolutely. As soon as things clear up a little bit, I miss my dad. I miss my brother. And I'll come up and I'll pop by the shop and restock.
Well, I've got a trailer you can live in for quarantine.
Deal.
Do 14 days here and then you're clean.
Deal.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming in and joining us. Yeah, this is our happy hour. And of course, we're promoting the old Herb Cider here to hang out if you guys are into drinking a little bit.
Herbcider.com.
For happy hour, just to ease things. Herbcider.com. We can ship stuff out to you. So check it out. Yep. Shama says bye, people. And all right, man. We'll talk to you soon, Zach.
Thanks so much, man.
Appreciate it.
See you, Shama.
Bye, baby.
See ya. Bye, Tim.
All right, so yeah, we're about to be done. Thanks, guys. And next week, Friday, who knows? I don't know. We don't really have scheduled guests, so we'll see who pops on.
It might be
all right.
Tony in here.
Oh, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. All right. Talk to you guys soon. See ya.